Hello everyone, in this video we'll take a look at the Array technology stock. It's in the solar energy sector. We will do some fundamentals and do some technical analysis. This stock is very similar to the Enphase stock, which is another very popular stock in the sector. I have covered that stock in another video on this channel, so go check it out if you want. And let's get into the fundamentals. The revenue growth for the last 3 quarters is at 21%, 114%, and 168%, which is exceptionally good revenue growth for the last 3 quarters. And the earnings is negative 675%, negative 200%, and the last quarters is at plus 179%. And the profit margins for the last quarter is at 7.9%, so they just turned profitable. They have a very good trend for the last 3 quarters. This is exactly what I'm looking for when I'm looking for some swing trades. However, this stock has a lot of debt, so that's something to consider. And yeah, let's go into the technicals. We have a stage 1 base here, and I want the stock to take out this resistance line right here. It has been forming a very good BCP pattern, as you can see, like this. Not so beautiful, but you get the point. It's a pattern I always trade when I'm taking positions in my swing trading. What I want to see on this stock is for the stock to consolidate for just a few more days. So it says move like this. I want the stock to just a couple more days to move right below the resistance line. I want the volatility contract because the volatility has really been contracting here. And I want the volume to be very low too. I don't want to see spikes like this on the last days of the formation. If that happens, I just let the stock go and I go check for another stock. But as far as I can see, this stock is acting right. And if the stock just moves a few days more under this resistance line and break above this resistance line with great volume, I like to see volume to be at least twice as the average. So I want the volume to spike around here with a lot of green price action above the resistance line. If that happens, I will take the trade and hold it for I don't know how long I hold my swing trading. I don't have a fixed date. That depends on various factors. Maybe that's something I could cover in another video. But the game of taking profits is just as hard as getting into a swing trade. It's not to just buy a swing trade. It's very difficult to sell at the right time too. But this would be at least my entry point. And and I want to make an update on my last video. I know I covered the Clearfield stock. This has very good fundamentals, and I don't know why the stock has been acting like this. We can take a look at the fundamentals just quick. If I remember correctly, it has very great. Yeah, this has beautiful fundamentals. I have no idea why the stock is acting like that. Maybe it's some crazy news that's coming out, but the revenue growth is growing like crazy. The profit margins is good. The earnings is good. So I don't know why this is happening. In the last video, I was hoping for the stock to move up like this, just as the previous stock, because that's the pattern I trade, as I said. But the stock just rolled over with huge volume, as we can see here. One big red candle with a lot of volume. That is not something I want to see. happening in my swing trades, so I haven't taken any positions on this, obviously, because I wanted it to move up at the all-time high. It took a 180-degree turn, so this is no longer on my radar. I don't look at this stock at all. This will take a very long time for the stock to act properly and act the way I want. If I'm gonna take a trade on this stock, it will probably have to make a formation in I would say at least a half year. So this is not stock that's on my radar, at least, but that's only me. It has beautiful fundamentals though, but that is not something that for me to take a swing trade position, I require both technical and fundamentals to be correct. And as you can see, the technicals is looking awful. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and have a great one. Bye.